The strike on Qatar, a turning point for U.S. influence. The Israeli strikes on Qatar have forced every American ally to pause and reconsider their own vulnerability. This was not simply an assault on a small Gulf state, it was an assault on the very authority of the United States in the Middle East, the Islamic world, and far beyond. From this moment on, no country, absolutely none, can feel secure. Israel's brazen attack sets a dangerous precedent. True, Qatar is not the first sovereign nation to face such aggression. Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen all have endured Israeli strikes over the decades. But those states were often painted in the West as rogue or unstable. Qatar is different. It is a polished, respectable state and, crucially, one of Washington's closest military and political partners in the region. The irony is devastating. For years, Qatar acted as a mediator between Israel and Hamas. By striking Doha, Israel did not just violate its sovereignty, it humiliated it, transforming Qatar, however unwillingly, into a trap for the very Palestinians it once sought to protect. Washington's role only worsens the betrayal. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt admitted that Special Envoy Stephen Witkoff warned Doha of the impending strike on Trump's direct orders. Her attempt to shield the president by stressing his regret backfired spectacularly. If Trump knew in advance yet did nothing, he appears complicit. If he didn't even inform his own advisors, then his leadership is in chaos. Axios captured the shock best. The strike stunned the White House and enraged Trump's team, as it came just as Washington awaited Hamas's response to Trump's Gaza ceasefire plan. At minimum, it suggests Israel disregarded not only America's peace initiative but America itself. Trump's own defense was contradictory. On Truth Social, he insisted, "This was Netanyahu's decision, not mine." Yet, in the same breath, he admitted that Hamas's destruction remained a worthy objective. So which is it? Striking a sovereign ally is very bad, but the end justifies the means? The optics are disastrous. In Doha, Palestinian representatives had gathered ironically, at U.S. urging to discuss a ceasefire. And at that very moment, Israeli bombs fell. To the outside world, it looked like America itself had set the trap. Qatar's Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani made matters clear. Doha was only informed of the attack after the fact. Adding to the humiliation was the silence of Qatar's defenses. Its American-made Patriot systems failed to react. Social media buzzed with claims they had been switched off remotely by Washington. Meanwhile, Qatari Air Force jets circled the skies, joined by U.S. and British tankers, as though nothing were happening. Either way, the picture is damning. If Washington sanctioned the strike, it was complicit in an act that Qatar's leadership branded outright international terrorism. If not, then Netanyahu has demonstrated he can openly defy America, brushing off its initiatives and treating its president as irrelevant. This arrogance is the product of decades of U.S. protection shielding Israel from consequences, no matter how flagrant its actions. And Netanyahu does not even hide it. Hamas leaders no longer enjoy immunity anywhere in the world, he declared. After Qatar, the phrase carries a chilling second meaning: no one enjoys immunity, not even U.S. allies. Trump, scrambling to contain the fallout, rushed to assure the Emir of Qatar that such a thing would not happen again and ordered Secretary of State Marco Rubio to finalize a defense cooperation agreement. But who still believes such words? Qatar, long viewed as too close to the West, now stands as a warning. It is not Iran, whose bombardment can be rationalized away in Washington. It is a U.S. ally that was bombed while under America's supposed protection. For Gulf monarchies, especially Saudi Arabia, the lesson is stark: alliance with Washington is no guarantee of safety. The silence from Riyadh speaks volumes. But the implications are already clear. Any prospect of Saudi Arabia joining the Abraham Accords is finished. Convincing Saudi society to embrace Israel after this is unthinkable. Instead, Riyadh may well return to its path toward Russia, China, and BRICS membership, reviving its long-discussed plan to shift oil trade away from the dollar. That would strike at the very heart of U.S. economic hegemony. Politically, the damage is just as severe. The Qatar strike was not just a blow to U.S. credibility in the Middle East, it was a global signal. Washington, once feared for its loyalty to allies, now appears capable of betraying them. In the past, Hussein, Mubarak, and Gaddafi fell to U.S. hands, but they were framed as adversaries. This time, America's own friend was stabbed in the back. All this unfolds as the world accelerates toward multipolarity, with the rise of BRICS, the SCO, and a mounting rejection of U.S. dominance. Trump, with his stubborn missteps, is digging the grave of Pax Americana. The tragedy is profound. Dreams of a Nobel Peace Prize for Trump are gone. The Abraham Accords are in tatters. U.S. allies in the Middle East now doubt whether they are truly allies at all. Washington is left with only one unquestioning partner, Israel, which increasingly acts as though it no longer even needs American approval. And that may be the most dangerous shift of all.